life, and the lives of everyone I knew and loved, would soon be subjected to the gravest of dangers, from which we, those of us who survived, would emerge forever altered. When my foot touched the station platform that day, I was not overcome by a sudden chill, nor did I have an uncanny premonition of the unthinkable events to come. There was, in fact, nothing to indicate that this holiday at the seaside would be any different from all those pleasant sojourns that had come before it. I was 22 years old. I had, after 4 happy years, just quit my position as a schoolteacher in preparation for my upcoming marriage. Although I was deeply concerned about my fiancé, Jonathan Harker, who'd not yet returned from a business trip to Transylvania, I was filled with delight at the prospect of spending the next month or two in a beautiful place with my best friend in the world, where we could talk together freely and build our castles in the air. I caught sight of Lucy standing on the platform, looking lovelier than ever in her white lawn frock, her dark curls peeking out demurely from beneath her stylish flowered hat as she searched for me through the crowd. Our eyes met, and her face lit up. "Mina!" Lucy cried, and we raced into each other's arms. "How I have missed you," I replied, hugging her. "It seems as if a year has passed since we last saw each other, instead of months. So much has happened in the meantime." "I feel the same. Last spring we were both single women, and now we are both engaged." We smiled happily and embraced again. Lucy Westenra and I had been best friends ever since the day we met at Upton Hall School, when I was 14 years old and she was 12. Despite the fact that we came from very different backgrounds, Lucy had loving, wealthy parents who doted on her, while I had never known my parents and was only receiving a quality education courtesy of a grant. We became inseparable. We were a study in contrast. I was a rosy-cheeked, green-eyed blonde of medium height, who others seemed to consider attractive, whereas Lucy was an astonishing beauty, with a perfect petite figure, bright blue eyes, an ivory complexion, and a crown of stunning dark brown curls. Lucy loved to ride and play ball and tennis, whereas I had always been far happier with my nose in a book, yet we found common ground in other things. All through our school years we slept together, played together, studied together, took long walks together, laughed and cried together, and told all our secrets to each other. As I had had no real home to return to when school was out of session, I had often, and gratefully, spent many holidays with Lucy's family, either at their home in London or in the country, or at whatever fashionable seaside resort had taken Mrs. Westenra's fancy at the time. When I later became a teacher at the same school, our friendship continued unabated. When Lucy graduated and returned to London with her widowed mother, we kept in constant touch through letters and regular visits. "Where is your mother?" I asked now, glancing about for Mrs. Westenra. "She is back at our rooms, resting. What do you think of my new walking dress and hat? Mamma insists that this is the latest thing to wear at the seaside, but she has made such a fuss that I have become quite bored with it." I assured Lucy that her dress was lovely, and that the only reason she found fashion tiresome was that she had never gone in want of it. "If you had only 4 frocks and 2 suits to your name, as I do, Lucy, you might find yourself suddenly coveting the very garments that you now disdain." "What you may lack in quantity, Mina dear, you make up for in quality, for you always look very sweet and becoming. I love your summer frock. Shall we go? I have a cab waiting. Tell the porter to bring your luggage out front. Wait until you see this place. Whitby is a wonder." Indeed, as we drove away from the station, I marvelled at the lovely view out the open window of the carriage. A gentle breeze carried the salty tang of the sea, and squawking seagulls circled overhead. Immediately below us, the River Esk cut a path between 2 sloping green valleys, flowing past a busy harbour on its way to the sea. A vivid blue sky and puffy white clouds made a lovely contrast to the red-roofed houses of the old town, which were all packed in, one on top of the other, along the steep hillside. "What a charming town!" "Isn't it? I was so pleased that Mamma decided to go someplace new this summer. I had grown quite fed up with Brighton and Sidmouth." "It was so kind of you to invite me to join you again." I took one of Lucy's gloved hands in my own and squeezed it affectionately. Now that I have left teaching and have given up my room at the school for good,